We've been seeing armadillo around since we moved here to Florida, and we've been wanting to harvest some, so today is the day. We're in a beautiful wildlife management area, and it's a gorgeous day.
Hey, just shot my first armadillo. Might be my last one if it's not good, but you know, I always give everything a shot, literally. And you know, I'll be doing a Henry Zimmerman here. I don't know if you know him. He would go around, I think he still does it. He goes around and tries different things in different countries and things that we would never think of eating. But armadillo is just one of those deals. I mean, some, you know, countries, South America, they go crazy for it. You know, they say it's great. So I'll try it and I'll let you know. So, but yeah, nice little guy. He was rustling through the leaves as we were hunting for a squirrel. I'm really here with Allison and my sister Alexis. It's our first squirrel hunt, so that's a different video. But hey, we're gonna cook it up, and you know, we're gonna take precaution because a lot of people would never think of eating one of these guys for the simple reason that they do have potential for carrying diseases. But really, if you're careful and you're smart, it's nothing to worry about. Now, leprosy is the big thing. You know, everybody doesn't want to be a leper. The pictures are around this and all. But really, very few people can even get it. It's a very slight chance of getting it, even if you're exposed to it. And secondly, if you use gloves, I'll process it properly. We'll cook it thoroughly. There's no chance of us getting sick. Just like pigs, you know, you can get trichinosis. People steal it, pigs. And, you know, same goes with chicken, you know, salmonella. It's just a matter of being smart. So, no worries. But yeah, nice little guy. I did a good headshot. So, here we are. I'm gonna put it in a bag and bring it home. We'll process it. Easy peasy. Got it.
Just shot my first armadillo. Stefan got one maybe 20 minutes ago, and one might not be enough for a meal, so now we have two. That was pretty exciting. We've been seeing armadillo around since we moved here to Florida, and we've been wanting to harvest some, so today's the day. We're in a beautiful wildlife management area, and it's a gorgeous day, and that was really exciting actually. So let's go check it out.
Good one. Keep going, Allison.
These are very interesting creatures.
Yeah.
Like nothing we've ever hunted before, for sure. Well, what can I say? I just harvested my very first armadillo. This is a little creature that I can honestly say that I never thought in a million years that I would ever be hunting. Actually, before moving to Florida a couple months ago, I'm not sure that I really knew much about armadillo, but we've been seeing them everywhere. We've been looking them up. They're fascinating animals, and people do actually eat them. So Stefan got his first armadillo just a half hour ago. We saw another one I wanted to try. I wanted to get one too. So he said, you know, go for it. And here's the result.
Yeah.
Nice headshot, lights out. I mean,
Right.
This one didn't suffer one bit.
Nope.
And I'm really excited to try armadillo for the first time and let you know what it tastes like and if it's something that you should be adding to your diet.
So hey, number two, and there'll be plenty for us to really try it, you know, see how good it is. Because, you know, with one, maybe we wouldn't have had enough meat. They're not huge, obviously. Yeah. So with two like that, that'll be perfect for a little experiment. So I'm excited to try it. Allison did an amazing shot. I mean, the thing just lights out, shot in the head. And
which is what you want.
Yeah, good shot. Good shooting. But we're really here squirrel hunting, and I'm taking these gals squirrel hunting. I'm behind the camera, And I said, you know, let's just see if we can get an armadillo or two to bring home and just try, you know. So that's what we're doing. Yeah. So good going, but let's get back to squirrel hunting. That's a different video.
Yep, check out the squirrel hunting video next.
Yeah, that's
if you haven't seen it yet.
And Alexis got her, I won't spoil it, but she did get her first squirrel, that I can say. So, and she did a great shot. She has never hunted before. Alexis is my sister, by the way. So check out that video. There we go. So let's keep on hunting. But yeah, good morning so far.
Yep.
I already got one armadillo under my belt. So I did one super easy. Now the second one, I feel like an expert. So come on over, I'll show you. All I did really is take the shell off. I mean, it's actually a pretty nice shell. That's the one Allison shot. Did a good shot right in the head. Didn't suffer. So this comes right off. But first, you got to cut underneath. So the skin becomes the shell. So all you have to do really is just follow the edge. And as you can see, I have a pair of gloves because that's important. You know, you don't want to get any diseases, which can happen, you know, and that goes with a lot of things, but especially like pigs and, you know, especially this guy, since, you know, it's known to potentially carry diseases. So, I'm already through. See, I just follow the shell. I mean, you can go wrong once you cut because then it's just going along the shell. So you can't really mess it up too badly. And see this nice white meat? Just cut at 45. And there's no way I can cut myself because, you know, I have this big shell to protect me. Yeah. And I gotta go all the way up around the head. I mean, I think that's one of the easiest things to skin, really. No mess, no fuss. Yeah, I've skinned a few things, but that's pretty easy. Now we'll repeat on the other side. Take this side, same deal. Expand and, you know, just do their thing. Pretty cool. Kind of cool skin, really. That's their armor. That's why they call it armadillo.
Well, the time has come. It's time to cook up our armadillo. So this is the first time that we've hunted armadillo, so I can assure you this is the first time that I'm going to be cooking armadillo. So when choosing what recipe we wanted to make, we figured who eats armadillo? Mexicans, Central Americans, South Americans. So we figured we would choose, and honestly, I searched the internet for armadillo recipes. I didn't find many. Actually, I didn't really find any. So we decided to go with a Spanish, Central American, Mexican, South American inspired dish. Ended up choosing arroz con pollo. But of course, we're not cooking pollo or chicken, we're cooking armadillo. So this recipe is arroz con armadillo. Hey, it doesn't get more simple than that. You saw the easy steps. The crock pot is going to do all the work. We have it in my Instant Pot set on slow cooker. The choices are to cook it on high for 3 to 4 hours or on low for 6 to 8 hours. I've set it on low for 8 hours, and then we're going to see when that is up, and we will show you the final steps, and we're finally going to let you know how this armadillo tastes. We're excited, can't wait, and we'll be back in 8 hours time. Well, here's the final product. Got some arroz con armadillo right here. We are dishing it out, and we're almost at the final step of letting you know what we think of this armadillo.
Here we are, moment of truth. Allison's a little apprehensive, so she's like, yeah, you try it first. No problem. I'm the brave one. But I'm gonna put a little Cholula because, you know, after all, it is a Spanish, Mexican, however you want to call it, kind of dish. So why not add a little bit of kick to it? But let me try it. I'll tell you exactly what's going on here. Some of the meat is really white, like this, really white, and then some meat is a little darker. But that's the white section. You know, Central America, South America, they would substitute armadillo for anything that would call for pork. So, you know, I could see so far, I mean, it looks kind of white pork color, but let's see. Tastes pretty good. Trying to describing it, that bite that I just took is definitely closer to chicken than to pork. Because the way the meat is, it's got that chicken kind of deal going. I'll show you maybe next piece. Now pork wouldn't really do that, you know? See what I'm saying? Like this kind of deal. That's more like chicken. And if I gave this to anyone, they would say it's chicken. Now, it's not like falling in your mouth apart chicken, you know? I mean, it's been in crock pot for a while. It is tender, but it's not, you know, that's the only thing. Now, I'm not going to go on an armadillo patrol here and shoot them all, but I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. You know, it's actually maybe better than I thought.
So, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, obviously, what would you rate this meal?
Simon?
The meat of the armadillo itself is very good. I really like the meat, but there's like this fat that kind of cooked into the sauce. Some of the pieces had this kind of outer fat. We didn't remove it all, and it cooked into the juices, and there's just something about that flavor that I'm just not liking. So I can't really say that I like the dish. I don't know if it's just this isn't a good way to prepare it, but the meat of the armadillo itself is fine.
Especially the white section.
Flavor-wise, it really doesn't have a weird flavor. It tastes good, and Stefan's right. It does kind of taste like chicken. I'm not sure.
Especially the white.
I didn't even know that it wasn't chicken. But the sauce, it just has a weird flavor. I think it's from that fat, and I don't like that fatty part of it. So
maybe I should have trimmed it better. I mean, there was a little bit of fat that I left, a little bit.
And it's kind of goopy there. It's even in my sauce in some places. There's like these spoonfuls of like this fat that cooked out of it. And it has a weird smell to me, and it has a weird taste. So I would eat the meat out of this armadillo, but I'm not really digging the flavor of the whole thing. So I would give it maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10, at least cooked this way. I might have to try armadillo again, cooked a different way, prepared differently, but I can't say that I'm loving this meal, so I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if you went to a top star restaurant and they gave me this, I wouldn't be impressed. You know, I'm not gonna lie. But for armadillo, and my expectations weren't very low, very high, so that's why I most probably gave it a 7. But if I compare it to the best meal I ever had, which would be a 10, yeah, sure. I mean, most probably it was more like, you know, 5 or 6, you know. But still, very edible, and it's not like, you know, I would never want to have it again. Or, you know, I don't think I'd go after them again. I just wanted to try it, but it's all right, you know, just all right. It was called all right.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Catch and Dinner. It was quite an adventure. We got to get out there. We got to hunt a species that neither one of us had ever hunted before. I mean, got to get up close and personal with an armadillo. These creatures are very interesting. Had never gotten that close before. And, you know, they're a little bit easier to hunt than some other creatures. So what we decided in the end, after giving it a taste, the meat was pretty good. It wasn't bad. Cooking that fat into the sauce was the only issue. So, hey, if we were ever in survival mode, we would definitely go after armadillo. Why? They're a lot easier to hunt than some of the other species that we hunt. And, you know, the way that they have that pointy nose and they're digging in the sands, they let you kind of sneak up, they let you get close. They weren't that difficult to hunt. And for a little creature, there was quite a bit of meat on them. Now, we're probably not going to get out there and hunt them regularly and stockpile them in our freezer, because if you've been following us, you do know that we also hunt elk and deer and turkey and pronghorn, even got bear this year, and we have lots of meat in the freezer, probably a little bit higher quality than armadillo meat. But in survival mode, if you ever find yourself needing to eat something and armadillo is there, definitely grab it. The meat is not bad, and it would definitely feed you well. So that's what we learned. Hope you learned something on this episode. We have a lot more coming. We're going to be posting videos once a week, every Monday. So thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed. Wanted to just say that. Our channel has been growing. Our subscribership is growing every day, thanks to people like you. So every Monday, look for our next video, and we sure hope to see you again soon. Till then, you guys take care.